Hey, how's it going, Nostalgic? That's Ryan from the Nostalgia Factor here. Back again with another bit of a gaming discussion. Now, this discussion video I've been wanting to do for some time, and I know that I'm a couple months late to the party, but seeing how as I'm a lover of old games, and hopefully a majority of you guys watching this are as well, then you guys will understand where I'm coming from when I say the PS1 Classic was not that good. Yes, indeed. For today's video, I just wanted to briefly discuss why I feel like the PS1 Classic was not as good as the SNES Classic. And if you guys don't know, recently, or at least a couple months back, the PlayStation Classic was released for people who did not experience the PlayStation back in the early days, and for people who just didn't really play the early old PS1 games. So what they did was they made a, what I guess you could call a dummy console, with a bunch of games already pre-put on it. Some good, some bad, we'll get into that. Frankly though, the thing kind of flopped. The SNES Classic, same thing. They released the console with a bunch of preloaded classic SNES games, which was way more successful for a majority of reasons. But all in all, the PS1 Classic, at least in my opinion, and a majority of other people, was not great. For one, the PS Classic, compared to the SNES Classic, did not have the greatest selection of games. It had classics on there from the PlayStation era, such as Final Fantasy VII, Wild Arms, Rayman 1, that kind of thing. A lot of classics people recognize from back in the day, but it had a majority of other games on there that either no one had heard of, like Mr. Driller, or games that were outright just not that great to play, such as the first Siphon Filter game. And another function of this that really interfered with the games that they could put on was the lack of a DualShock feature. It does come with two controllers, but without the DualShock, games like Ape Escape, for example, that is a very classic PS1 game, could not be played by default, and games like Metal Gear Solid, the first one, were downgraded as a result. So those are two things right there that just kind of downgraded the PS1 Classic. This next thing might sound like a minor critique, but it's something that PlayStation should have thought of ahead of time. The SNES Classic had way more save slots on there, and the PS1 Classic only had one, which means you could only have one save state on the PS1 Classic compared to the SNES Classic. The SNES Classic had way more better games on there, and way better graphics and whatnot. The PS1 Classic also did not come with a cable. The SNES Classic, they thought ahead about that. Now, you need a connector cable for your TV, that's standard stuff, you need that for all consoles, but the fact that PlayStation assumed that you needed one, or that you already had one, I should be saying, not everyone has one, so why that didn't come pre-packaged, especially for the ridiculous asking price, I don't know. But it sounds minor, but it's a big deal. Overall, this is just a brief overview. The subject I know has been talked about by other YouTubers and other people online, but the PS1 Classic is just as bad as everyone says it is. It doesn't come with all the essential functions. It has mediocre games on there, barely anything good. The asking price is ridiculous. It feels like PlayStation rushed out this console, and it's lacking in many ways compared to the features of the SNES Classic, which looks like it took a lot of time to make, and it shows. It's a great thing. But overall, the PS1 Classic is not that great. But let me know from you guys down in the comment section down below, what do you guys think of the PS1 Classic? Do you guys feel like that it's really good? Do you guys enjoy it? Do you think that it's worth the asking price of what it was? Because I know it's gone down. Do you guys like it, hate it? Let me know in the comment section down below, as well as if you did enjoy today's little discussion video, let me know by giving this video a big old like, and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to catch our future gaming videos coming your way as always. And until next time, Nostalgics, this has been Ryan from the Nostalgia Factor saying, keep on gaming.